I'm Shelby Christensen, and I'm the incoming chair of Boma International. As I think about the value of being a Boma member, there's really three areas that I personally focus on. The first is my buildings are going to be better managed because of my association with Boma. There's fantastic tools and resources, education, and I'll be able to manage more effectively and efficiently. The second area is there's great value back to my company. My organization benefits because I have more education and knowledge. I'm a more valuable employee to them because of all that I'm learning at Boma. And the third area is just about my personal and professional development, how I'm doing. And I've been able to grow so much through the network, the leadership opportunities I've had, and the education. So when somebody says, why should I join Boma? I'm like, why wouldn't you? You'll be so much better if you do. My career at Boma started, I think, in an unusual way. Many years ago, I was maybe 30 years ago, I was taking RPA classes, but I really did not fully engage and participate. I was not involved in the local, and I sort of dropped off, which is what I think happens if you're not fully engaged. And then about 11 years ago, Henry was visiting the Philly area, and he'd scheduled a C-suite visit with my CEO, and he invited me to come. And so I went to the breakfast meeting, and Henry talked a lot about the value of Boma, and Bill looked at me and said, why aren't you a member of Boma? You know, why aren't you active? And of course, like, oh, well, let me get right on that. So, and I was invited to join Boma NAC meeting, which is the National Advisory Council, and that's where a group of senior leadership people get together and talk about issues that they are concerned about. And that was just the perfect forum for me. There's great programming, I was able to be there with peers, and I really felt like I could take something important back to my company, and I could be a much, much more effective leader at my company. So, you know, I attended NAC, I got very involved in NAC, very engaged, and every time I saw Henry, I kept saying, you know, we should be thinking about industrial. Industrial is pretty important. We had a lot of industrial in our portfolio, and most of the Boma offerings at the time were tailored toward office. There was a huge void out there. There's nothing really to support an industrial property manager. No tools, no education, no resources. Nobody really understood the product type. And so Boma International Industrial Committee was formed. I was able to co-chair that with Eileen Lewis out of Arizona, who's been fantastic and a great supporter of Boma. And it just took off. And we had people beating down the doors to attend our meetings, and we were able to just produce so much good content and work to really support the industry. So that was a huge success. And then they said, well, you know, we've got executive committee, why don't you think about that? And I thought, okay, let me try my hand at that. And I was able to participate and serve on the executive committee for a number of years, which I loved. And then I just wanted to do more. So I've been able to get on the officer track. I'm very excited to be sworn in soon, and it's just been a great journey here at Boma. As I think about my leadership approach, if I had to sum it up, I think I would say that I surround myself with people that are a lot smarter than me, and then I collaborate, work closely with them, because we always get to a better outcome when we work together. I'm Shelby Christensen, and I am Boma.